When I joined the Army in 1997, I went through basic training and then I ended up going to AIT in Fort Gordon, Georgia. Once I got to Fort Gordon, Georgia, I started meeting a variety of people because I was raised in the fucking South, the dirty South. All you knew was white and black. You might see a Mexican here and there. That's it. White and black is all I knew. Now there was this one female that was, she was there with us, and every time she saw black people, she would stray away. She would shy away. So a couple of us, man, we got the nerve to ask this girl, like, what's wrong with you, man? Are you racist or something? You'll never believe her response. She said, no, she's not racist. She's never met a black person in her life. She was from like Idaho or some shit like that. Never met a black person in her life. And through media, she stereotyped what black people were like. She said she watched movies. She even watched BET and TV shows that depicted the black man as a fucking thug, a savage, robbing, killing, and so forth. Now, America, if that 18-year-old girl at that time viewed black people in that fashion, what do you think is the reason people act the way they do today? Because of media, or they see it, or they firsthand experience it. For as long as I've known, black males or black people in general have been the hottest commodity in the media since I can remember. Of course, we're different. We have different styles. We like to wear our clothes a little differently. We talk a little differently. Some of us are very flashy. And I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that as long as you can support that habit without taking from the next man. So now that brings me into the stage of, well, the police brutality. When a police officer has an altercation with a black person and that person gets killed, tased, beat up, or just even shot, that makes frontline news at all costs. Now, I don't really do statistics or anything like that, but this year alone, there was a certain percentage of white males that got killed by law enforcement, and there was a certain percentage of black males that got killed by law enforcement. Now, I'm going to sit here and tell you this. I'm not good at statistics, but I know there were more white males that were killed than black males. So when I state that, everybody, they want to talk about percentages and we're only this amount population. It doesn't matter. A life was taken. A life was taken. You understand what I'm saying? Taken. A life. Not a black life. Not a white life. It's not the way I look at it. With that being said, I encourage people, everybody, not just black, not just white. I don't care what race you are. I encourage you. Try coming together. Maybe, just maybe, if we come together, we'll get the government's attention then, if we come together. Because as long as there's a racial divide, they're not hearing that. All the black people are just crying again. They want a handout. They want this. When that's not the case. There are innocent black men out there getting killed by law enforcement, as well as white, as well as Mexican, etc. You understand where I'm coming from? Seriously, the way I see it, this racial divide shit has got to stop. And when it does stop, that's when the government is really going to have a problem with its citizens. I'm telling you. Black Lives Matter, I'm pretty sure that it is for a very, 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 very good cause. And when they have these peaceful protests, there is someone in the mix that sent random black people out there to do stupid shit to make that whole organization look bad. I don't think anyone that plans on going to a peaceful protest goes out to start shit. I don't believe that at all. I honestly think that Black Lives Matter, they want to get their point across, but at some point, they're doing it the wrong way in some instances. But seriously, enough about that. What I'm saying is, come together. Let's everybody come together. If we want to stop police brutality in general, not police brutality amongst blacks, not police brutality against whites. I'm telling you, man, if everybody comes together, it'll be a whole different fucking ball game, I promise you, man. And media has a lot to do with this shit. The media has a lot to do with this racial divide. Because I've seen Black Lives Matter protests and they had white people standing right there with them. So you're not going to sit here and tell me they're not on the right page. And if they're out there, you're not shunning them away. Because the whole objective is to stop police brutality. So y'all think about that for a minute, man. All right? Y'all get back at me, man.